लोग कुर्ग आते फॉर कॉफ़ी, ऑल these hills, nature, and no doubt for peace. Isn't it?
सही, बट बहुत कम लोग जानते हैं जो पीस लैंड कैरीज एन आर्गुमेंट यहाँ।
Long before humans, roads, and coffee plantations, this land was moving. Continents shifted, crust thickened, and these rocks changed slowly. Today we come here for the views and the quiet moment, standing on a land that has already lived through immense change. After billions of years, the rocks fell silent. But geologists never lose hope of understanding the language of those rocks.
गार्नेट एंड एम्फीबोल मिनरल देख के ये लगता है कि ये रॉक काफ़ी हाई ग्रेड मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक है, जो कि यह इंडिकेट करता है कि दीज रॉक मस्ट बी फॉर्म्ड एट ग्रेटर डेप्थ. बट व्हाट आर दोस आर्ग्यूमेंट दैट यू वर सेइंग?
एक्चुअली कर्नाटका का जियोलॉजी बहुत ही फैसिनेटिंग है और माडिकेरी का वो तो और भी इंटरेस्टिंग. इन जनरल कर्नाटका का जो जियोलॉजी है उसको सिंप्लीफाइड वे पे धारवाड़ क्रेटन बोलते हैं, जिसका नॉर्थ से साउथ जाने से मेटामॉर्फिक ग्रेड बढ़ जाता है. सो इफ वी टेक ए ट्रैवर्स फ्रॉम धारवाड़ टू हासन टू माडिकेरी द मेटामॉर्फिक ग्रेड इंक्रीजेस. सो इसके पीछे जो थ्योरी है वो बोलते हैं यहाँ का जो क्रस्ट है वो पहले ऐसे मेटामॉर्फोज्ड हुआ, तो जो ऊपर का पोर्शन है उधर ग्रीन सिस्ट फेसिस है, उसके बाद थोड़ा एम्फीबोलाइट है, जितना नीचे आएंगे हमको ग्रैनुलाइट मिलता है. जब ये एक्सपोज्ड हुआ सरफेस पे वो थोड़ा ऐसे टिल्टेड होके एक्सपोज हो गया. सो एट द साउथ ऑफ कर्नाटका ग्रैनुलाइट ग्रेड रॉक्स आर एक्सपोज्ड. As the tilted crust theory suggests, we are getting granulites here in Madikeri.
Yeah, but I get the sense that not everyone agrees with this view.
Yeah, there are actually disagreements. Studies over the last decade suggest that the rocks north of Madikeri follow the same tilted crust pattern, are part of Dharwad Craton. But south of Madikeri near Thalakaveri, where the Kaveri river begins, the rocks are completely different. Some scientists believe these rocks belong to a small separate block, Coorg Block, and in between there was a vast ocean. Sediment from both sides, Coorg Block and Dharwad Craton, deposited there, and later the Coorg Block collided with the Dharwad Craton.
Okay, and what about those narrow ridge-like hills between Madikeri and Thalakaveri?
Those are made up of rocks formed underwater, then subducted and subsequently metamorphosed. And this is the zone actually where the Coorg Block collided with Dharwad Craton. Through these hills runs this collisional zone known as the Madkara Shear Zone, a place where these two crustal blocks, Coorg Block and Dharwad Craton, collided and recorded that motion in the rocks. Mylonites, foliations, lineations, the signature of subductions, volcanisms, and the evidences of strain, all are written carefully.
सुबह आया ऊपर से.
हाँ, सुबह हम लोग, अच्छा वो आप लोग स्कूटी लेके आ रहे थे? अच्छा, वो उधर भी कुछ पत्थर था ऊपर जहाँ पे लैंडस्लाइड पुराना हुआ था ना, तो उधर.
It's very tasty. So it is famous in food.
आई गेस इसको लोकली अचप्पम बोलते हैं.
But how do you know that Coorg Block is collided with the Dharwad, not the opposite?
There are so many signatures, but I think which common people also can understand that all the rocks or maybe all the structures in between Thalakaveri and Madikeri all are inclined towards Madikeri, towards north, because the Coorg Block pushed everything from the southwest towards the north.
Okay, so it is like Himalayan tectonics where Indian plate collided with the Eurasian plate, isn't it?
I think it's a good way to think like this.
Okay, but when did this happen?
So that's a very interesting question, like when this collision happened. So few people says it happened 3 billion years ago.
Okay.
Some said it's 2.4 billion years ago.
Okay.
And some said it's younger, like 1.4 billion years ago.
Oh, so there is like very age differences in their thinking also, right?
Yeah, so their study really shows very wide differences.
So they are just telling according to their evidences and all, na?
Yeah. So
they
yeah,
have-
mostly through their Sarkhan dating from different rocks. So
Okay.
yeah.
So that's why there are some age differences also. Okay. तो ये सब के बाद मुझे ये लगता है आफ्टर बिलियंस ऑफ ईयर रॉक्स आर साइलेंट, दे नो लॉन्गर आर्ग्यू बट ह्यूमंस डू.
Geoscience doesn't always belong in books. Sometimes it lives beneath our feet. Coorg is not just a place to visit. The rock of Coorg have seen a lot, starting their journey from the sea surface to the great depth of the earth. It's a place to understand the power of time, the power of nature. It's a place shaped by billions of years. Once there was an ocean, now there are hills. This change didn't happen in a moment. The journey of transformation took billions of years, but it happened quietly. Life moves the same way. There are moments we celebrate and moments when everything feels still. The setbacks do not end the story, it reshapes it. With the supportive energy in our lives, we find the strength to rise again. This land remembers this. The past of Coorg tells the same story. Before rising as hills, these rocks have seen a lot of depth. Before the coffee, before these high hills, there was a deep ocean.